This is going to be a very detailed video about how I set things up, okay? So first I'm going to go to the camera first and to my menu. And in one of the things you mention is that in the network, you want to go to the PC control function and you want the PC remote on, and the PC control method is USB. I've done that, okay? Go back out of the menu. I'm going to go to my HDMI settings. Go down to HDMI. HDMI settings, okay? You tell me HDMI resolution should be 1080p. It is. The HD info display should be off. It is. The TC output, just so you know, is off, and the record control is off as well. I could go and change this to on, and then I would be allowed to turn the record thing to on. But you didn't mention that, so I'm not going to do that, okay? So that's the camera set up as best as I know how, according to what you said. So now I'm just going to take a second. This is the gimbal. Everything's turned off, okay? You will see I've got the controller here, the gimbal here. Here are two cords, okay? These are the two cords I'm going to plug in. So I'm going to turn the camera off now, and I'm going to mount it on. Just 2 seconds while I do this. Okay, the camera is mounted. It's not balanced because I took the cables off. So on here, you'll notice we have the camera control on the left and the HDMI on the right. Okay, and I'm going to plug them into here. The camera control is going to go into that port, and the HDMI is going to go into that port. So here is the camera control first. And if we look at it, it says, I don't know whether you can read that, but it says it is a Type C to micro USB. And it has Zhiyun on it right there. So I'm going to put my phone down for a sec. Unless I can do it without, I can hold it. Yes, I can. So we're going to plug this cable here into here. I have to put the phone down to do this. It's going to take a little while, but we're going to get it. Just a little bit. That's okay. We'll get it. Okay. As you can see, I've now plugged the Type C into the transmitter. I will now take this micro USB and then I'm going to put it in here. So I have now put it in there. Okay. Now I'm going to take the HDMI cable and I'm going to, first I'm going to say, it says Zhiyun on it, or it's your company, so you gave this to me. And you probably can't read this, so I will read it for you. It's I can hardly read it myself. Let me just take another look. HDMI mini to HDMI micro. So I'm going to take the HDMI mini and I'm going to put it into the controller here. Okay, I'll put the phone down while I do that. I have put the HDI mini into the transmitter. Now I'm going to take it and put the HDM micro into my Sony camera. One sec. Okay. There's only one slot where that HDMI micro will go, and it is right there. Now, on the other side of the camera, I have this cord going from here into there, and you'll notice it's got your tag on it. Okay? So I'm just going to see if this camera, it's a little not stable. Give me 2 seconds while I fix that problem. The cables, it's kind of changed it a bit. Actually, it's good. Okay. So we're ready to go. Now in your instructions, you tell me to turn on the gimbal first. The transmitter is off and the camera's off. It's going to turn on the gimbal first. I'm going to wait for everything to load up. And we're good to go. Now you say turn on the transmitter. So I'm going to take and I'm going to, it's charging. I'm just going to go like this. And now you see the lights, the transmitter is now on. Now I'm going to turn on the camera. Okay. You can see everything. You can see the screen below and everything. Okay. Okay. And we get that screen there. And I'm going to go here and draw down. And we see the blank screen. Okay. Now, if I pull out the camera cable, we get the picture. Okay. So, I think I've told you everything. That's my setup.